So we're here at my place, active rest day. I'm going to walk you through my own stretches, why I do them, what you're gonna benefit from. If you run, if you train, you should be doing them and take a little bit more action on your rest days to enhance your recovery. Let's do them. Speak. So first of all, hamstrings. We're gonna start doing some stretches standing up, and then kind of like the same ones, sitting more on a passive way. So this will be the active stretch where we challenge our mobility. So let's go. So you wanna go till you feel like you're 6 out of 10 pain, and that you can handle that. To start breathing out and going a little bit deeper every time you breathe out, yeah? "30 to 40 seconds. I will go on these stretches with a lot of commitment, a lot of trying hard, so I actually feel that progress in that 30 to 45 seconds. I personally feel that when you stretch for over a minute and a half, you're going for too long and you're not really pushing yourself. So for me, the sweet spot is around 30 to 45 seconds, in my opinion. You can stretch for as long as you want to. Some stretches I hold longer, some less, but it's less suffering as well. So let's go. The next one. A little bit of hamstrings and hip flexor now. So I'm never really very static on one position. I try to feel where I'm tighter. I'm running a lot more now, so my hip flexors are super tight. So I'm trying to hit it in different angles and kind of move and try to push myself harder every time I breathe out. Completely the opposite that when we train, we want to breathe out, chill, allow the body to open up. No, you have to listen to him eating apples. It's the funniest thing ever. He's making a mess. I'll stretch a little bit of my feet and quads here. I always try to connect one stretch with the other, so you create like a little flow, and it's easier to remember, easier to do them, and basically just feels nicer when you're just moving from one thing to the other. So I will stretch my arches, my feet, and then I will move to like sitting. And that will basically start stretching my quads, slowly getting deeper. Same as I was saying, just connecting one stretch with the other. I'm feeling like my shoulders are a little bit tight. I always throw one of these ones in between. Just trying to open up, increase my mobility towards handstands, any overhead press. So last one that I will do like standing, kind of like active, meaning I'm engaging my muscles to do the stretch, it will be the middle split. So I will do it till I feel that it's maybe 7, 8 out of 10. Hold it there, and then when I go on a passive way, I'll get a little bit deeper. So now I just try to fight against the gravity, control the slide out, just engaging my quads, my glutes, and just going as deep as possible. Increasing my mobility, not only my flexibility, so I'm able to move in that position, using it for one-arm handstands, straddle planches, and all that. It took me a lot of thinking to get better at stretching, not a lot of stretching. So what I mean with this is like, I stretched for like a year without making any progress. As soon as I start following and reading about like anatomy and the body positioning and everything, I realized I was able to do much more, like getting in this position almost cold, just by the way my hip is positioned and my muscles are engaged. It looks scary. It's a position that we never do. It makes sense that people find it hard. After a while, that you start understanding flexibility with the same obsession that you start understanding strength training, everything becomes much better. You start tracking progress, controlling the depth. Like I have the same intensity when I stretch. That's why I like to do it kind of short and intense. The same intensity and focus that I put on my strength training. And it's just like a combination of both at the end of the day. But I will say, to get like that deep within a year, anyone can do it. Anyone. It just takes a bit determination. That's it. So basically the fact that I'm getting this supported allows me to go much safely, much deeper. if my feet are in two boxes, I won't be able to go that deep, but can get really, really deep and try to stretch more my weak links. In my case, it's my hamstrings more than my adductors, so I'm always trying to sit back a little bit more and also align, sit back and try to stay as straight as possible, which I can't yet. I'm working on it to have a proper middle splits. Let's move on to hamstrings. So if you're not able to touch your toes, I want a simple trick to at least get a little bit deeper. Point your toes. Yeah. So if you're here and you feel like, oh my God, this is so hard. If you actually point your toes, you're gonna be able to go deeper. Internally rotate your ankles, drop your head and breathe out. You're gonna be able to get way, way deeper right away. Just gonna be those. You're gonna finish it up with this one, just a little bit more movement towards opening your hips and improving your squats. So this position, almost everyone can do it. This is where people struggle. So what you can do is using your hands. In your case, if you're trying to do this routine, it's just like trying to get in that deep squat, yeah, slowly, yeah, trying to get the heel on the ground without rounding the back too much, yeah. So if this is achievable, you will slowly try to sit the heels on the ground, come back up. Slowly you will see that the ankle mobility will start improving. Yeah, we're going towards the last stretch. We're gonna isolate one side at a time. It's a little challenge. You can try to go from the floor up, there, and up, yeah. Switch. If you're trying this one again, you will try to engage your glutes, use the floor, lean over, even if the heel comes off the floor, it's fine, and stay there, yeah. Slowly you will be able to get deeper and deeper, straighter and straighter, yeah. And then start playing around with some hip mobility drills like this one, where you engage the muscles, not only stretching passively. That's it. After this, usually what I do is a little bit of handstands, or maybe if I feel, I will go for a run. But usually my days that I don't do anything, I try to do at least this, I'll say once a week. Depends how much I'm running. It changes everything. I just feel much better every time I do it. Subscribe, leave a comment, whatever you want to see, we'll try to do it. And that's all for today. Let's go.